Hey guys, so if you've watched our previous YouTube videos, you'll know that we do a lot of Raptors. If you ever been to our website, a lot of you guys know us, have bought parts from us. You'll know that we make all types of really interesting parts for these Raptors to upgrade your stereo system. And that covers all the F-150s from 15 and plus, and also the Super Duty 17 plus. What we want to show you today is we actually have two Raptors in the bay. We don't film every one that comes into the shop. But these were kind of unique ones, and we want to take opportunity to whip out the GoPro and show you what we've done to them.
Let's go check it out. So in this one, it's a matte black wrapped Raptor for a local client. We did a couple special things in this one, actually. We'll start by checking out these A-pillars in this one. It's our normal design that we normally do. We've pretty much offered some Fidelity pressed grills and some grill cloth options. In this one we did some cool laser cut acrylic pillars with a really cool mesh design and a custom logo on them for him. He wanted some flashier stuff than we normally do. And also, Nathan, if you get in here and check this out, we did a little bit different enclosure design. We did our traditional 4 6.5 ported enclosure that we do, but this one we decided to do it down firing. So there's no woofers visible. They're actually firing down at the floor, 4 6.5s as normal. Woofers down, poured out the back. And then in this one, we actually did a lot more power than normal. And let me show you guys what we did. So get the seat flipped down. So we offer this amp rack, not this particular amp rack, but our normal amp rack. We made these kind of one-off for this vehicle. It actually holds two Mosconi Pro 530 5-channel amps. It's about 1,350 watts on the left side of the car and 1,350 watts on the right side of the car. Lots of power. It's actually close to about 2,000 watts on base. Of course, our DSP, all of our power distribution, power ground ran straight to the battery as traditional that we do in these vehicles. So lots of power. It all fits right here behind the factory seat. Basically factory. All the doors have been treated throughout, block off plates, custom speaker adapters. You guys will check it out in the video. Bass knob here, mounted over here. We mount it here in all of the trucks. Nice spot for it. Really cool, sounds awesome. So let's check out this other Raptor we have in today. So this one is actually very special. These clients came from about 3 hours south from us and approached us, watched our videos and approached us to build this Raptor for them. It's a family, it's a Guerrero and Laura family. So they've worked really hard through their lives and were able to purchase this Roush Raptor. It means a lot to them, and they feel like they deserve this as a family and really respected what we do here at the shop and wanted us to build them something special. So we did something similar to the matte black Raptor. We did, again, some laser cut mesh grills. You can see in there, and actually on that side, that pillar says Guerrero, and this side over here says Laura, which is really cool. So it's like his and hers, which is awesome. And then in the back, actually let me move this forward so you can get a good shot of that. So this is a Roush Raptor. You guys have seen this enclosure before. It's kind of like our original OG design for the Raptor. It's 4 6.5-inch subwoofers, forward firing, poured out the back. We did a Roush logo with the Guerrero and Laura edition in the middle for them, and it lights up red, and it's hooked up to the upfitter switch 6 so they can turn on and off the lighting. Same in the matte black Raptor as well. And then this one, I'll zoom around here. Amplifier setup, exactly. Same amp rack, same configuration. So 2 Pro 530s again, Mosconi DSP, one left, one right. So it's awesome stereo separation, lots of power. Class A/B power on the mids and highs, Class D power on the bass. Just really good quality stuff. Sounds awesome. So that's what we did in this one. And then this one also has you can't see on that amp rack, it's hidden behind the scenes. There's actually an epicenter in here. So we have sub-level and epicenter knob mounted in this traditional location over here on the left side of the steering wheel. So like you see, everything's factory looking except for the pillars and obviously the underseat enclosure. And then we do our traditional block off plate sound treatment front and back. And this one's pretty awesome. They both sound great.
All right, so enjoy the intro. We really appreciate everyone's support, and we're gonna get started and show you how we built these trucks. The video is gonna be a little bit longer than maybe some of the other videos, so just be patient and enjoy the video and have fun.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start on these Raptors, get everything disassembled, and get the foundation laid out. So.
Good morning, YouTube. Sage here with Sounds Good Stereo. Just got to the shop Saturday morning. You guys can see, got a lot going on. But today we're going to finish the Raptor for the Guerrera Lara family from 3 hours out of town here from Nashville. They came to us, saw our videos, and they brought us their pride and joy, their hard work. They bought this truck and they really love it, and they wanted one of our high-end sound systems in it. So basically I'm gonna kind of show you guys what's going on with this thing. Open up all the doors. As you guys could see, Nathan's been hard at work getting this thing basically platformed, per se, basically with all the sound treatment, speakers in the doors, all the wiring, speakers, like I said, speakers installed in the doors, block off plates, sound treatment, completely pre-wired for everything. See that right there? That's our block off plates that we sell for these, which are really cool. Speaker adapters, foam rings on the speakers. We're doing a Focal K2 power 3-ways in the front, KX3s. So this door is completely treated. Back door, same, completely treated. Now it's kind of hard to see in here, but we have our amp rack. This is actually kind of a special amp rack we made for this truck. It holds 2 Mosconi Pro 530 5-channel amps to power this system. So we have one on the left, one on the right. Tons of power, about 2,000 watts on base. It's really nice. It's a Roush Raptor. So we got same on this side. Got our bass knob installed. Got everything done basically. You know, all the Nathan left me a USB cable here so I can tune this thing. Maybe you guys can get a better picture or view of what's going on back here. So 2 Pro 530s, 6 to 8 Aerospace DSP. There's also a Zen. Obviously this truck needs a Zen module because it's a B&O truck. We wouldn't do it any other way. Shout out to Nav TV for that one. That's a lifesaver right there. Then we got our iConnect distribution, power and ground, with 0 gauge power and ground ran directly to the battery with an OEM style fuse holder under the hood. I'll pop the hood and show you guys what that looks like. See if I can get the hood open and hold this camera. Oh. Seems like I would. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. All right, so yeah, OEM style fuse holder right here. This is our nice little fuse with a mega fuse in it. All tech flexed. Running back underneath the car, all secure. So that's the power. Of course, this is ground 0 gauge running back and power 0 gauge running to the back. These trucks have an aluminum body and they don't conduct electricity too well. So the truck is it's all there. Everything's there. The amps turn on. Everything's good to go. But I'm here this morning. I gotta finish. I'm gonna build pillars, which the pillars are not in here, as you can see. We got wiring there for the mids and tweeters, but no pillars. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's going on in the shop, in the fab shop. Obviously, too, we need to do a sub enclosure, so I'm working on that. That's almost done. Let's go. What I got going on in there? That thing's awesome. What's up, Neil? All right. Actually, I'm going to do that later. First, I'm going to finish some more fab work. We're going to make pillars for the Raptor for these KX3s, ES165 KX3s from Focal. You guys saw that the 6.5s are already installed in the doors, sound treated, block off plates, foam rings, the whole 9 yards, so those are good to go. Now we need to make locations for the 3 and tweeter. As you can see here, DJ prepped these for me already, sanded them down, 80 grit sandpaper, the whole thing. We got a left and a right. Those are all sanded, ready to do some body working and upholstery once they're done. Right here, my trusty laser, I was able to make these 3-layer acrylic baffles to mount the drivers. So it's a base layer to hold the driver, and then a spacer ring to keep the drivers flush, and then a small little thin acrylic ring that goes around the edge, and this is all acrylic glued together. It won't break, it's very strong. It's like one piece of acrylic now, which is awesome. So there's already a channel there for the grill to fit. Once it's upholstered, the grill will fit down inside and be flush, and we can do something cool with the grill. We're gonna do something a little bit different on this truck with the grills. I'm gonna laser out some acrylic with some logos on it for them, make those really cool. So let me open this box. See, the mid bases are already installed. So with our custom baffles, speaker fits down in there and flush. We'll go ahead and drill some holes in the acrylic and mount the drivers. And the tweeter, we're also take out the, do this with one hand. And the tweeter fits basically down in there like that. Keep it down far back away from the grill. We'll remove this actual mesh protective grill off of there because we're doing our own grill. I'll show you that later. This will get upholstered as well, inside and the whole pillar, so it looks all pretty. So that's prepped. I have to scuff these and sand these so the filler sticks to them better, and then they'll get mounted on our pillar and then molded in. And I'm going to go through that process with you guys now. We got our filler, a bunch of supplies here, so I'm going to get this all laid out, get my camera set up, and go into warp speed mode and go ahead and get these pillars done.
Girl,
right, guys, we came back to reality. We got the pillars all body worked and shaped and all the good stuff, and now there's a heavy coat of upholstery adhesive on these things. You can see they're kind of yellow now from all the glue. These are going to let dry for about an hour or so. It's a really heavy coat of a glue all over the pillar. So what I'm going to do now is go grab some lunch, and after lunch I'm going to go ahead and wrap these things. So that's what's going on. Listening to some music, just working. We're going to wrap this thing up today, guys, so stay tuned. All right, guys, back from lunch. Got these, we sprayed these with glue before we left for lunch. Got a nice heavy coat of upholstery adhesive on these things. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the vinyl glued up and let that tack up for a few minutes, and then go ahead and get these things wrapped. Check it out. Okay, so here we go. Got these wrapped. Each pillar we do matching vinyl, completely wrapped, and then we use a really high quality grill cloth. Actually works real well for finishing the around the speakers. So we got that done on both of them. DJ's over there soldering up the lead out with Molex connectors on the speakers, so these basically can just plug right into the truck. So that's done. Over to the laser, and we're going to do some cool laser cut grills for these. So let's go work on that now, guys, and see how that comes out. We'll go ahead and get the grills done, get the drivers mounted, and ready to basically we'll go install them in the vehicle and get the doors back on and get all the little things done on the truck and go ahead and get this thing tuned. So see you soon. All right, we're gonna go ahead and design the mesh grill inserts for these pillars for the Laura and Guerrera project. So I'm gonna get started here, and then I'm gonna put this on time warp and go ahead and design this, get it cut on the laser, and install them in the pillars. So check this out.
them mass destruction. Global warming, too much pollution. Yeah, killing off the birds, the fishes, man and woman.
All right, got the grills all cut out on the laser. Got our trims and our grills. Go ahead and move this out of the way and pick these up. So we're going to go ahead and paint these now and show you guys what we're going to do with this. So we got 4 pieces off the laser. We're going to go ahead and take these into the shop and go ahead and let's walk over here. It's awesome when I walk over here and I forget my stand. So this is what's going on with this. So this piece fits in first, like that. And then this piece will fit in over the top, like that. So that's what they look like before they're painted. We're gonna go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together with some acrylic adhesive and go ahead and put a profile on it. So we'll go ahead and let's make a 2-part piece. So these will glue together to make it about 1/4 inch. And then we'll put a profile on it and primer it and paint it and make them look all nice. So let's walk back over here. Need this guy to hold my camera for me so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing, because I can't hold the camera and work at the same time. So let's line this up. So this will be cool. We're gonna go ahead and set our camera up here again, right here. And I'm going to speed this up for you guys. I'm not going to do this in real time. We're going to speed this up and go ahead and make these grills. Check it out. Alright guys, let's get this cleaned up here and show you what is done. So here is the finished pillar with the laser cut. I laser cut these 2 layers of acrylic. I did the Guerrera on the driver's side and Laura on the passenger side. It's all ready to go into the vehicle. Got it all wrapped, got the grill made. Did some things off camera. I added some grill cloth behind the mesh, lasered out another piece, and go ahead and put that in from behind so you can't see the speakers at all. So it's just all black with a mesh design. So we're gonna go ahead and let's walk over here. Also, DJ got the all the cars pulled out of the bay, so we're gonna go ahead and come over here and see what's going on. Got a clean bay, got some room, got all the other cars pulled out. So basically now we can go ahead and get these pillars installed. We've got our wires for our mids and tweets on both sides. The doors are ready to go back on, but we're gonna go ahead and get the pillars installed. Go ahead and get the enclosure back here installed. I don't know if there's sub wires coming off the amp rack yet, but we'll find out sooner or later when we go to put it in. So let's Nathan did a hell of a job getting everything to this point, and let's start getting this bad boy back together and get it tuned and delivered to the customer. Whoa. All right, got the all the cars pulled out, got the truck in the middle of the shop. Got to put this thing together. Got to get the pillars in, got to get the box in, got to make it sound good by tuning the processor. Dark in here, can't see anything. Let's get the doors open. Whoa. Let's get these open so I can see. And let me see if I can get my partner in crime here to hold the camera for me. You want to hold the camera for me? Yep. So I can use both of my hands. Got the pillar over here. Got the plugs on it. Pillar, plugs, plug right into the car. Silence my ringer. Not get interrupted. And I don't know what I did with the bolts. We don't need the bolts right now. It's not important. Let's pull that off, set the pillar up in here, and plug in the speakers. It's labeled RF tweet, right front tweeter. That plugs into the tweeter. Bam. And right front mid-range. Alright, so I got these plugged in to the vehicle. Okay. So, oh, gotta get this. This is a factory tweeter wire. You can clip it up out of the way. Get all that stuff secure. And then alignment pins. Align, push it in. Push it down at the top, and it will bang, bang, bang in place. You can put this back on like that. It's secure, and then we find our screws, which I don't know what I did with. I gotta go find the screws. Oh, they're right here. Over here, Don. I put them over here. 2 10mm and a 10mm nut driver, or a ratchet, or a socket, or a drill, or whatever you want. And then come all the way over here and forget your handle. Gotta go get the handle now. Going 1,000 miles an hour, I don't know what's going on. To get your trusty handle.
It's kind of important.
Yeah. Kind of look weird without it. And then get all the stuff finally, we can get it put in the car. There's a little notch in this, in the downward position, and the handle has a notch in it, so it fits in just like that. We'll go ahead and put our 10mm in the top first. Go ahead and get that started. Get this one in. Tighten these up real tight so they won't turn anymore. Make sure it's in there good. Awesome. Now you got to get that top piece in, and then push it in place. Bottom one in, push it in place, and it's installed. Perfect. Check it out. Pillar is installed. And I cheated, I got that one in already. Haha. But yeah, perfect. Nice little grill detail. That says Laura right there. And Guerrera. So his and hers pillars. So super cool. Alright guys, so we got the pillars installed, and now it's time to go knock out the enclosure. VLR in the house. What's up, Neil? Okay, alright guys, we got the enclosure cut out. Neil did a good job for us, got all of our parts here. Actually, I had DJ just put together this back section here for me to get a jump start. But now I'm going to go ahead and get this thing put together. Get that out of the way. So got the enclosure 99% done. It's all fabbed, wrapped, logos installed. Got the Guerrera and Laura edition sub enclosure, 4 6.5 inch Gladen RSX 6.5s ported. You guys have seen this enclosure before. We changed the badging around a little bit for them. It's a Roush Raptor, so that's super cool. That all lights up. We'll show you that later. So we got the 4 6.5s, enclosures all wrapped, carpet on the top, vinyl around the sides and the front with an insert, and our signature ported out the rear. Works awesome. So that's all here. I just have to put the woofers in and go ahead and run the wires out of the enclosure for the amplifiers. DJ got the Gladen woofers mounted in the enclosure and all the wiring done on it. So this is ready to go into the vehicle. See the 4 6s. Got the red trim. This matches the steering wheel stripe on the Raptor. Looks really good in there. And this Roush logo and everything will light up red. And then we got it's a whole red and red black theme going on here. It looks really cool. All right, so we got the enclosure brought over from the fab shop. Got it set in place right underneath the seat. Got it plugged in. Use this light to show you guys. Actually, it's pushed back in place. There's some Molex connectors that connect the woofers and the lighting and everything. And like I was talking about before, turn the light off there. You can see the red lighting now that it's in the vehicle and hooked up. That's actually wired into one of the upfitter switches on the top of the roof up here, factory switch, so you can turn on and off the lighting here, which is pretty cool. So got the enclosure in. Everything else is completely ready to get tuned. So now we're gonna hop in and get this thing dialed in, sounding awesome. Okay guys, what I'm doing now is I have the computer plugged into the DSP processor, which is mounted behind the seat. This is a fully active system, and what that means is there's actually an amplifier channel for each speaker in the vehicle. So there's a amp channel for the left tweeter, an amp channel for the right tweeter, the left mid, the right mid, the left mid bass, the right mid bass, and so on and so on. So we have a digital signal processor, and this is basically where all the crossovers, EQ, time correction, all the fine tuning of the audio system happens. So basically what I did now, I connected to the DSP and I'm uploading a bass file. We've done quite a few of these vehicles, so we kind of know we have a bass tune for the vehicle. So I uploaded our bass file into the processor, which is basically our time correction, some preliminary levels, and crossover points for the speaker kit that we put in the vehicle. So now I'm going to get in and go ahead and tune it. Unfortunately, all the tuning tracks and stuff that I use to tune will get, basically our video will get knocked down on YouTube. I guess that's what happens, because it's not, I guess it's, we don't own the licensing to any of the tracks. So I'm not going to really go through the whole tuning process, but I'm going to jump in now, go ahead and get it dialed in 100%, and then we'll kind of show off a little bit what we've, you know, how it sounds with the doors open, closed, kind of show off why this system is amazing. All right guys, got this thing all tuned up. Sounds awesome. Really good. I think you'll be happy. Got it all closed up. Got your own private concert. Alright guys, we got this thing all tuned up, and man oh man, it sounds amazing. Seriously, it's like blows my mind every time we do one of these things. The most impressive part of it, it plays every genre of music. It's like insane. We play like audiophile female vocals to hard rock to hip hop to you name it. Anything you put at it, it plays it with effortless like authority, I would say. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm like super excited about the sound. Every time we do one, it seems like they get better and better. So I really wish I could figure out a way to show you guys exactly what it sounds like through that camera and through that microphone on that camera, because it doesn't do it any justice at all. You have to hear it to believe it. So I'm excited. I'm pretty sure the customer is going to be super excited about this install. We did a lot of special things for him, and I'm just going to give him a call and have him come pick it up.
Alright guys, so we made it to the end of the video. You kind of seen how we put the trucks together. I know we filmed a lot on the actual red truck, not so much of the black truck, but they are very similar systems, so we just kind of filmed one since they're very similar. One thing I do want to say is we really appreciate customers, from our followers to the people who buy stuff from our website for their trucks. We're really appreciative of it, and it was an honor to work on these trucks and put together these amazing systems. So if you're his first time watching our YouTube channel, please subscribe, leave a comment below, send us an email, give us a phone call. We would love to hear from you. And we got something exciting for you. So if you made it this far, that's awesome. Let me show you what we're going to work on next. So our next video series, we got a pair of Mustangs. So not just any Mustangs, GT500 Shelbys. Again, getting very similar, identical systems. So if you enjoyed this video, you're really going to enjoy the Mustang. So like I said, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.